okay? Original quantity was 4, because each person is going to get 1. The factor, what would it be to make 12?
3.
3, very good. New quantity,
12.
12, okay. Each, because each chicken breast weighs 8 ounces, okay? See it right there?
Yes.
So it says chicken breast 8 ounce, 4, all right, so the unit, actually I'll go back there, my bad, I skipped it. I'll put it back here. The unit is each, okay? The new quantity is there. So now when we've figured out the cost, let's say it costs $4.25 per chicken breast, 8 ounce. Sound about right? I don't know, close. 25, okay? Okay. You see it? Price per unit was each again, okay? But what did I do? Okay? So I figured out it was $4.25 for each chicken breast. You see what happened here?
Yeah.
What happened?
It
It
automatically
did
did
all
it.
the math for you, okay? Baked potatoes. Okay, baked. And then I'm going to go like this, 90 count, which is about the size, which would be about one normal size, okay? 3-4 ounces per, the whole potato, okay? All right, everybody good? Okay, so 4 each there, same thing here, each, okay? Times 3, answer again, 12, okay? Each. Potatoes cost 101 per each. Watch. Boom. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? What are we having for? We're having asparagus. Okay. Tips.
Spears.
3 ounces per portion. Okay. Because if you looked at the part 1, you saw that what the typical amounts are. Usually your starch and vegetable would be anywhere between 2 to 3 ounces per portion per person. Okay? So the center of the plate, the guy's going to have an 8-ounce chicken breast with 3 ounces of starch, 3 ounces of vegetable. Sound about right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's it. So now here, so if it's asparagus tips, all right, and it's going to be 3 ounces per pound, how many pounds will I need? It's like 5, right? 5.3, 3333, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
So I'm going to figure I will need 1, 2, well, let's see, the original, it'd be 1.25. Okay? Pounds. Okay? Everybody good?
Yes.
What would, it'd be times 3 again. Okay, so what would the 3 3/4?
Yes.
3.75. Pounds. And it's going to cost, what's asparagus go for now? $2.89 a pound?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
like $2.99 a pound.
2.99. Okay? Boom.
Oh.
Oh. Very good. So now, and then the sauce, I need supreme sauce. So let's say it's, well, let's skip it like that. It's grilled.
Supreme Devola. Grilled chicken.
Everybody good?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody good so far?
Yes.
All right. So what did it do?
It automatically calculates.
It took your original here. See it?
Yes.
Here's your original right there. Right there. You see it up on top?
Yes.
That's the new, okay? Now, it took your original quantity here. This is why I had you do all the conversion stuff, so you can fill in these blanks, because now it's all done for you, right? You have done the original, whether it's for 4 or 6, right? And you've done the conversion, either 2, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, and then you've done the math. You've done the 1 for 12. So you can see it. Here's the original. So whatever your original recipe is, whether it's for 2 or 4 or 6, goes here. the unit of measure, okay, the conversion factor, okay, and then the new yield, and you've already done that because you have one recipe for the original, one recipe for 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all good. Now we're all set. Now the sheet is programmed so it is, and what you're going to need to do is just what you're doing here. So if it calls for a sauce, whatever your recipe calls for, you add it into here. Everybody good so far?
Yes.
So your recipe for your starch, same thing. If it's baked, actually baked, not bakes. Okay. Baked potato, okay, and then asparagus tips. All right. So now, everybody good so far?
Yes.
Okay. Let me call you back. I'm right in the middle of class. Okay. My son. It's like, he's too old for me to like fork over money, but I'm gonna sit on my wallet now.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, so here's what we got here, okay? So now, everybody good so far? Okay, so now whatever your recipe calls for, so let's say it's sauteed chicken breast with panko, breadcrumbs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're gonna list all that there, okay? Everything you need is gonna go there. Now, when we get down to the bottom, here's where it gets interesting. So now, what did this do? It added up the cost of the chicken breast, the potato, and the vegetables, okay? And it says right there, total ingredient cost. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good?
Yes.
It's doing it all for you. You don't have to do it,
Oh my god.
That's cool.
okay? So hold on, it gets even better. Single portion cost is now $6.19. So what it did was it took your whole total ingredient for all of them, and it divided it by the new yield, which is 12, okay?
Right.
So now, $74.33 was enough money to buy the chicken breast, the potatoes, and the asparagus, okay? It's all right here. I divided it, so now each plate cost me $6. Now, here's where it gets fun. Q factor is 20%. Q factor is anything that we use to make the plate. Grill. Did I season it with salt and pepper? Did I season it with salt and pepper? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Did I season the asparagus with salt and pepper?
Yes.
Did I put butter on it?
Yes.
Okay, so anything I used, maybe I put some herbs on it too, like some sprinkled herbs, like the Italian blend that you can buy, you know, something like that, Cajun, whatever, okay? But instead of sitting there and costing it out by the millimeter, I just take an arbitrary percentage. So now every plate is gonna get charged, no matter what, 20%. That's gonna take care of the oil that I use to saute or to oil up the potatoes before I bake them off. That's the salt and pepper I put on the chicken and on the baked potatoes before I put them in the oven. That's the salt and pepper I use to season the vegetables and the butter I use for the asparagus, okay? I'm not gonna sit there and cost it out because you'd be there for days, okay? I'm just taking the whole cost of the plate and I'm taking 20% and I'm applying it to that.
Yeah, no, to answer the question, thank you.
Yeah, so basically, because what'll happen is, you could sit there and say, all right, well, I used 1/10 of an ounce of butter for each asparagus.
Yeah,
Do the math, go ahead. You do one and you pull your hair out, you're like, forget it.
yeah. Like
This
one
is
and
much.
one eighth.
So now, in some instances, in most instances, this is good, okay? So basically, you are charging for things that you don't normally get revenue for, right? So you're building it into the price. So what I did there was, I know I used a little bit of vegetable oil to oil the grill. I know I used a little bit of salt and pepper blend, and even though I bought that, I'm not gonna account for it by each individual